What's up, everybody? It's Fireman here. I'm about to give you guys an top speed tune. This is gonna be on the pretty much the new R8 Coupe V10 Plus. One of the new ones. One of the three new cars they gave us in the previous update that we just had. I believe it's a previous update. Can't remember if they did a patch one before, afterwards or not. I don't think they did, but I can't remember if they did that before or after. But nonetheless, getting straight into the video tune. This is sadly a 298 tune. It's definitely a work in progress type of car. I will be posting an update video later on when I can get it above 300. I truly believe this can hit over 300. I just can't seem to get it right now, at least. Like, I'll talk about it later in the video when I go out to the track. But there's a couple of tunes I will be posting after this one, and we'll see from there and we'll see what we get in later updates and stuff like that. See how many more tunes I can bring out for you guys. But for this one, this is a somewhat unique tune. Somewhat. I've worked on it quite a lot. I just can't seem to get it any faster than what it is right now. As I said before, I truly believe it can go over 300. I want to say 310 to 315, like stats wise, for top speed wise, because it has a little bit less horsepower than the Nismo, but it weighs so much less. But there's other cars that have the exact same, almost the exact same horsepower and about the exact same weight that go, 310 area at least. And for some reason, this one can't. This one can't right now. At least for the tune I have on it. There's probably some trick that I gotta figure out for this specific car, because the more I've been going around this, the more it's, hey, you gotta have a specific suspension tune. Not exactly transmission. Transmission is not that hard at this point now. It's all in suspension. Like, if you don't have the right tuned suspension, you're not going to hit your top speed with your transmission. If you get the perfect suspension tune, then the transmission can go with that suspension. But straight into the suspension, you got ride height is going to be all the way down, front and rear. I didn't touch any of the anti-roll bars. I don't think they have that much of an influence into the tunes, not that I've seen so far at least. But if they do, I imagine the higher the number, the better, instead of lower the number. I'm not really sure on that one. It's kind of just basing it off of how it was in, I believe it was GT6 or in GT Sport, one of the two. For the compression, you want it 26 in the front and 36 in the rear. And for the expansion, you want 46, both front and rear. The only reason I went with this is because it seems to influence it a little bit to keep it from, like, I don't know, jittering. That's what I'm calling it. Like, it's a little bounce, but it's not like how it was in Sport with the Group 1 cars. The Group 1 cars had a substantial jitter. Well, that's why I consider it, at least. But this seems to keep the body from moving too much. But there may be something with the body moving a little bit that may cause it to go a little bit faster. I'll find out later, hopefully. To the natural frequency, you want it all the way down in the rear and at 2.75 in the front. It seems to work just fine. I tried this with putting it all the way down, and it seems to make the car a little bit more unstable in the turn, and the top speed doesn't really seem, from what I remember, didn't seem to be hindered by it. For camber, you want at least 1.0 camber. I tried it without camber. It just doesn't get up to the speed. I don't know why. You put no camber on it, and it doesn't like that for some reason. So if you have at least 1.0 camber in the front and in the rear, you're okay. And for the toe, I've been trying a few things out with other cars, and I'm trying to mix a lot of different suspension setups with other cars to see if the other cars will do anything with it. And with this, it seems to work a little bit, not a whole lot, but it's good enough for now at least. For the toe, you want it out 0.30 on the front, and you want 0.15 in on the rear. This is what I've been kind of working around lately. For the differential, that's on you guys. I didn't really exactly touch it. I just bought it just to have it. But for the torque vectoring center differential, you know, the distribution, you want it at 35 and 65. 35, 65. You don't want it at 50-50. Certain cars, as I will post in later in a couple of other tunes, they're primarily, you know, four-wheel drive cars, like a different distribution, but most from what I've seen like the 35-65 for the most part. Heading over to the transmission, fully customizable racing transmission. Bring your top speed up to 520, and I don't remember actually messing with the final. If I did, then I would say match it right here, but I'm pretty confident. All thing I did was just mess with from what I remember, it was 5th gear to get the 272. So that way, if you're not in a lobby with 10 times NOS, you'll go 272, which is very good in my mind. And then for the 6th gear, you want it where you guys see here at 0.590 or 490 kilometers. If you guys can't match the leftmost number, match the rightmost number like usual. 7th gear is very short because 550 for the number on the right, 550-ish range seems to be the good golden spot to go for drafting with NOS for cars that go roughly around 300, 310, something like that. If it's above 310, it's a little bit higher number, not too much higher, but a little bit. But yeah, 5th gear, you want a 0.657 in the front, or for the left side, 440 for the rightmost number. And then I don't think I messed with any of the other gears. If I did, you guys can match them up if you'd like to. If you don't, then I don't think it's going to mess with the acceleration wise. But yeah, just 5th, 6th, and 7th gear is kind of what I messed with. 5th gear for the 272, 6th gear for the 298. Yeah. Hopefully you guys got that all written down. If you guys are ready to do, I'm gonna have the track, show you guys kind of how it runs, like usual. As you guys see here, for what you guys have seen on for like the cars I'm racing against, I finally changed the names to them to show the car and the top speed of the car with NOS. So you guys may notice that the Nismo with the Chiron swap goes through 51. That is true, and I actually have gotten it to turn finally. I don't know what was going on with it. The tune that I had on it before could turn with relative ease, but not like the best, but it was on the top like most of the Chiron swap cars. And for some reason it just didn't want to turn for some reason, so I messed with it for a decent amount, and I finally got it to be able to turn. And with that, I was able to mess around with my regular Nismo tune, and in the regular Nismo tune without the engine swap, it goes 30. I think it's a 305. I can't remember if it was 305, 306, something like that, which is I find kind of funny because that is as fast as I could get it without NOS on GT6. At least from what I can remember. I don't think it went above 300 in GT Sport. Let's see if I can get around these guys real quick. This can go to the bottom. I wouldn't try to like push it because it seems to not like it too much. But in the turn, you can definitely be in the middle. For the bottom, I wouldn't push it too hard. You might spin out. That might that might be because of the front tires I have. The front tires I have on this one is the sports hard. You can go with comforts or whatever you guys want to go with. I guess you'd be fine though. 298, just fine, as you can see here. Also, you want the rear diffuser on this one. I tested it with and without it. The rear diffuser actually seems to give it a little bit more stability in the turn, like most of the time, like all the other cars. But for some reason, I don't know why, but I would think that the rear diffuser is going to make it a little bit slower because it's already low to the ground. It doesn't need the high downforce and all that stuff. So to me, it doesn't really need it, but it technically does if you want to get to the top speed. Without it, you're hitting, I think it was like 293, 290, something like that. It was in the 290s, but it wasn't 298 like I'm in right now. But if you guys are running automatic, most likely you guys be in 6th gear right now. So if you guys don't like running manual, I would readjust the 6th gear to be able to hit around 297, 296. I don't think it would, because this likes the very high end of the RPM. So if you guys don't run manual, I would definitely advise to put it to a lower RPM, like mess with the 6th gear a little bit to where it can go in the 296, 297 range. It goes very well around the turn. Like 296, it wants to go 297, but if you have like, imagine if you have like a wheel, driving, racing with a wheel, you might be able to get it to go 297 all the way around the turn, but it's okay. I'm honestly okay with it. Yeah. I think with that, that'll be the end of the video. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button, also subscribe for more videos. I'll be posting roughly in the middle of the week pretty much. If it's not Wednesday, it's definitely going to be a Thursday morning, Thursday when I post. If you guys have any cars you guys want to see me do top speed tunes for, I haven't done previously, post it down in the comments below. Don't worry about the Nismo swap though. As I said before, the Nismo Chiron swap, I will be posting later on. The regular Nismo tune, I have an update tune video for that. Also, since it goes 305 now instead of I think it was like 297 ish range. I think it was roughly about. I can't remember exactly where it was, and I think that's about it for the cars I have in mind that I'll be posting in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, if you guys have any other cars you want me to do a top speed tune for that you guys want to see, as I said before, post in the comments below, and I'll do it. Most likely after the two Nismo tunes, because I want to get them out of the way so you guys can have them. And yeah, with that, I will see you guys next video.